Welcome to Snipisode 6 of the Daily Dose of DMC podcast. Today is Monday, January 9th, 2023, and I'm your host, HK. Good morning to all of you, and I hope you had an amazing weekend. We sure did. We had the opportunity to do some hiking with the kids and the dogs and family. We've had family over. We had friends over the other evening, last Friday evening. We did some sports with the kids. We even had some off time just to relax 2-3 hours and do absolutely nothing. That was fantastic as well. The weather's been kind of mixed. It was really nice and sunny on Saturday, and yesterday was very cloudy, very windy. Nonetheless, still did a lot of things in that period. And I hope you guys had an amazing weekend as well. It is a brand new week. We are on Snipisode 6 of the Daily Dose of Dedication, Motivation, and Commitment podcast, and I'm excited. Today we want to cover the topic of resilience, something we talked about last week. Briefly, yeah, so you can see all these things kind of overlap and intertwine. Yeah, that's the beauty of it as we work towards creating a positive mindset and a positive outlook for life. So in today's Snipisode, I just want to cover what resilience is, the benefits of resilience, the factors that contribute to resilience, how we build resilience, and then we'll kind of close from there. And hopefully today, let's do this. Let's make it in 5 to 10 minutes. That's the goal. That's going to be our goal for all the Snipisodes this week, but we'll see. So let's get started. So the definition of resilience, if you kind of type it in, I took it out a bit longer and added a couple things here. So what is resilience? Resilience is the ability to cope with adversity and bounce back from setbacks. It is the capacity to recover from difficult experience and maintain a positive outlook. Yeah? So let me just throw out some examples here. Yeah. So one example could be, somebody who's experienced a natural disaster. Yeah. For example, in the southern United States, this happens often. Yeah. When hurricanes come, their homes are destroyed. They lose all the possessions. However, despite this difficult event, it's very stressful. I'm sure, depending on the circumstances. Nonetheless, it's still a very stressful event. However, they're able to bounce back. They rebuild their home, perhaps making it even stronger than before. So they basically demonstrate resilience by not letting the disaster defeat them, and they use that opportunity to come back stronger. Personal example, about injury. So in my younger years, I broke one of my clavicles, and that's a piece where that never has healed back together. And I didn't undergo operation or any kind of surgical operation there. However, I wanted to regain strength in my upper body. It took me several months and consistent training and effort and, mindset to be able to bench back to what I was able to bench at that time. And actually, if I recall correctly, I actually benched just a bit more than my peak at that time, which was somewhere around 125, 130 kilos with about 6 reps on 3 sets. So it's just about that mindset, demonstrating that, in that case, for my personal case, the injury or illness, it doesn't define you. It doesn't hold you back, and that you work hard to basically regain that strength, that well-being, despite a challenging recovery process. And for me personally, it's something, there's a funny story prior to that, but for time's sake, I'll leave it at that, but you kind of get the point. And what I want to do here, before we move into point number 2 that I have, the benefits of resilience, I just quickly want to talk on how resilience is different from other related concepts. So because we kind of mix these up, and they're a little bit intertwined. They may sound similar in terminology, but I just want to spur some thought, because I think resilience is often confused with concepts such as strength and perseverance. However, I believe that it is very distinct from those because it involves, the ability to adapt and recover from challenges rather than simply, going through them or enduring them. That's to me the key difference in resilience. You'll often hear, this is a resilient person, or in the corporate world, we've built a resilient system. It's able to withstand or recover from any kind of stress or adversity or change or whatnot. However, resilience is the capacity to adapt and the ability to bounce back whenever there is a challenge. I note a couple things down, and I'm not a trained psychologist yet. However, here are a few things, a few concepts, just to spur some thought, in regards to terminology and have you thinking, okay, remember talking about last week, look at the box, look at it from every different angle, not inside out, so just look at it from every different angle. So a couple of these concepts include like flexibility. To me, flexibility is the ability to adjust and adapt to changing circumstances. Second, adaptability, the ability to change or be modified in order to fit new circumstances. Robustness, the ability to withstand stress, damage, or even change without breaking or failing. Then you hear the term sustainability, the ability to be maintained or to continue over time. And then toughness, the ability to withstand hardship or adversity, especially physical hardship. So those are kind of a couple related concepts. And, do your own homework, do your own diligence on this topic, as you're working towards building a more resilient mindset, a more positive outlook on life. I just want to spur some thought for you there. And again, this is just because I believe that that's very important to differentiate and to understand and comprehend. Because if I give you an example, as a person, you may be flexible and adaptable, but maybe you're not particularly resilient because you struggle to cope with difficult situations, or you're not able to bounce back from specific setbacks. On the other hand, you may be someone who's tough and robust, but you may not necessarily be adaptable or flexible in the face of change. So I hope you get what I'm saying there. So for time's sake, let's move straight into benefits of resilience. Again, this overlaps very closely with a lot of the things that we've been talking about, especially in last week's Snipisodes. If you haven't listened to those, please do so, because resilience helps you cope with adversity. If you're resilient, in your mind, you're able to better handle difficult situations and challenges. It helps you maintain a positive outlook, helps you stay motivated, helps you stay focused, even when you have adversity or trouble ahead of you. The positive effects of resilience on your mental and physical health, again, very, very similar to many of the topics we've been covering so far, but you can see the overlap and how important it is to work on these aspects to create and transform our minds to being more positive. Because resilience, again, is all about mental health. It helps you reduce your risk of depression and anxiety and stress. Again, your physical health. It also, I think there's some studies that have shown that it reduces chronic conditions and improves immune function and whatnot. So again, there's lots of positive effects if you have a resilient mind, and you don't let the world penetrate that, that guard, that shield around your mind. Let's head into number 3 here, the factors that contribute to resilience. There are several factors that contribute to your, being an individual who is resilient. And I kind of categorize these in 3 things. And I'm sure there's psychologists and whatnot that will, look at this a little bit different, but just for the sake of time and for the sake of simplicity, the way I look at it, 1, there's personal characteristics. I think there's people that are naturally have certain characteristics that contribute to being resilient, like being an optimistic person, your self-esteem, having a sense of purpose or meaning in life. These are people who tend to look on the bright side and focus on the good, that will help them bounce back from these difficult situations that we've been talking about. And that's just, to me, I see that, like, there's people that I know, including my immediate family, other family members, some close friends, and people that you just kind of get that feeling. Those are their personal characteristics. Those are their that's just in them, and that contributes for me the ability to have a stronger, resilient mind, a resilient mindset. Secondly, social support. That contributes to you building resilience. Having strong relationships, strong bonds with specific family members, specific friends. And you're able to turn to these people when you have times of need. It doesn't matter what kind of need, but that bond there and that social support enables your mind to let go of anxiety and stress because you have that strong social support. Thirdly, the third thing that I've kind of put here is coping skills. You develop, effective coping skills such as problem solving, stress management techniques, whatever that may be. And especially in the business world, in the professional world, there's a lot of training around that. So, the ability to find creative problems, to overcome obstacles and challenges. There's like in one of the companies I worked for, and something I strongly also believe in, like Lean Six Sigma. The Japanese method of process improvement, and I won't get into all the details, but, that kind of thing, or the ability to adapt and change and just kind of think on your feet as you navigate through difficult situations. Yeah, those are just coping skills. So those are the three kind of things that I characterize them. Yeah, just to spur some thought for you. So let's head into the next topic here, building resilience, strategies that can help you build resilience. I just want to touch on these quickly. We're at 10 minutes, but there are many strategies that can help you build resilience, and that I've kind of used over the course of the last years to build that from the ground up as well. And and I believe, without tooting again my own horn, that I'm a very resilient person. Like I said, in my professional life, I think there's only been one instance that I faced where my emotions took the best of me for 1-2 minutes. But yeah, that's a story for another time. Yeah. So there are a number of strategies that you can do. Yeah. Whether, from seeking out that social support that we just talked about, to practicing stress management techniques, deep breathing, mindfulness, being involved in exercising and various hobbies. Yeah. So a couple of the things here is, identify and utilize your personal strength. Yeah. Build on your own strengths, because they can help you feel more confident and capable of handling challenges. Build that support network we just talked about. Surround yourself with supportive people, positive people, friends, family, who give you a honest, not just a sense of belonging, but an honest perspective of who you are. Not just reflecting that, what we talked about, yes person and those kind of things, but they can also be somebody, a shoulder to lean on and whatnot in difficult times. Trust your gut instinct there. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. Take care of yourself, your physical, your mental health, exercise, proper nutrition, getting enough sleep, all these different things that promoting your own well-being is very important. Then practicing gratitude, what we discussed last week. Focus on things you're grateful for. They can help you maintain a positive outlook even in tough situations. Learn from your mistakes. Instead of dwelling on mistakes and failures, view them as opportunities for learning and growth. And then tied in very closely, my last 6th strategy that's similar to building a support network is, seek help when it's needed. It is definitely okay. And this goes out especially to all the males out there, to all the men. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. Seeking support, in whatever sense, whether it's, mental, seeking out a mental health professional, somebody to talk to, a trusted individual, it can be beneficial to help build resilience. Just think about that. And again, for children, very important as well. This is something that, my wife and I try to instill into our children. A couple things that I've noted down here for all the parents out there. And forgive me, if this section here is not for you, but just to also spur some thought for you, something for kids to do. As we encourage independence, we let our kids make a lot of their own decisions, solve problems on their own, as they grow, as time goes on, to help develop those problem-solving skills, that sense of control for them, fostering a positive attitude, even in difficult situations, to encourage them, to focus on the things that they're grateful for. We want to help them develop that sense of purpose, help them pursue their passions and their interests, and to also see the value that those things bring in regards to their efforts, even when they fail, so that their effort is what they ultimately see. We as parents, all we can do is provide a supportive environment, create that safe, nurturing environment where they feel loved and accepted no matter what they do. And this is something very important, no matter what age your kids are at. Help teach them, coping skills, help them, help your children develop strategies, to manage their emotions and how to deal with stress. Or, one thing that we did from early on was to help them, through deep breathing and talking about their feelings, for example. Very important. Encourage healthy habits with your children. Develop healthy habits, exercise with them together. Healthy eating is a very important part of that, promoting all that physical and mental well-being. And then ultimately, of course, this ties down back to you as a parent. Be a role model. Children learn by example. So it's important for us parents to be able to do the same. And to model that resilient mindset for them. Yeah, so again, we're a little bit over time here, so let's wrap it up right here, guys. I really hope this helped you. Like I said, a lot of these things tied into some of the topics we talked about last week. So what are the benefits of resilience? Resilience is just a valuable quality that can help you cope with adversity and help you bounce back from any setback, yeah? Again, there's many benefits, mental and physical, and you're going to have a very positive outlook on life, yeah? So I encourage you to work on building resilience in your own life. And again, it's a process that takes time. It does take effort. Yeah, but if you really are dedicated to doing so, yeah, the investment is definitely worthwhile. Yeah, and you can build resilience at any age. Yeah, this is not something, that can be learned from being young or whatever. This is something that you can start really focusing and working on consciously at any age. And it's something that I believe will have lasting benefits for well-being for your entire life. So guys, that being said, as usual, stay dedicated, motivated, committed, all day, every day.